You're watching News 9 Live. I'm Krishna Kumar, shifting focus to the discussion of the hour. The Janata Dal Secular, JDS, has played the role of kingmaker for both the Congress party and the BJP in the past in the southern Indian state of Karnataka after the elections. Now, the JDS has been known to keep both the Congress and the BJP guessing on whose side it would eventually lean in. But this time around, the regional player from Karnataka, JDS, has been faced with a unique and confounding set of circumstances, really, that may eventually impact its fortunes ahead of the 2023 Karnataka State Assembly elections. Now, keeping its image of being a family-run outfit aside, this time the party is beset by a spate of desertions, internal rifts, and most importantly, a battle of political survival for one of its most prominent leaders, former Prime Minister H.D. Devagowda. With his aging father taking the back seat, its former Chief Minister of Karnataka, H.D. Kumaraswamy, who is also Devagowda's son, single-handedly is managing the party's affairs at the moment. Now, complicating matters further, JDS wants to form a government by itself without any other party. And for that to happen, it needs to grab at least 123 out of Karnataka state's total 224 state assembly seats. Now, history has not been as gratuitous as the party's ambition would like. Since the year 2004, the JDS has never been able to go beyond the 58-seat mark. So, taking this discussion further, the question we're asking today is it too early to write off the JDS? Or is it still a force to reckon with? Will the JDS with H.D. Kumaraswamy at the helm be a kingmaker again? Or even can it become a king as it wants to be? I've been joined by Brijesh Pandey, our political editor on the broadcast here in the studio. We're also being joined by Bhaskar Hegde and Mahesh Chitnis from Karnataka. Well, let me first take this across to Brijesh Pandey. Brijesh, that's quite something, isn't it? The JDS for the last 2 decades has at best been a kingmaker, and that's provided it does well in the elections. For it to have ambitions to go it alone, that's a bit much.
Well, I think it is, and the party also understands it. But as as somebody in the BJP very smartly, aptly said, that you cannot disclose this in front of the public, so you have to maintain that facade of being extremely confident. The way things are panning out, nobody's saying that the Vokalingas are deserting them or they are seeing a major dip in their in the community which is very, very loyal to them. But things are definitely not as rosy as it would be. And if going by certain indicators through which you try to gauge the mood of the public, or more importantly, more than public, the mood of the MLAs and the party ticket seekers, it all is not well as far as JDS is concerned. There's a rebellion in the first family. Things are not all honky-dory there, and also the fact that JDS legislators are leaving the party. One joined BJP day before yesterday. One joined Congress party half an hour, 45 minutes before. So there's a steady.
You're keeping score, isn't it, Brijesh? You're keeping this like a cricket match score. Okay. Yesterday we had somebody from the JDS joining the BJP. As of now, another wicket down at the JDS. This time the wicket being taken by Congress party.
So there's a steady trickle, as far as the exodus is concerned, and that definitely doesn't augur well as far as the JDS is concerned.
Right, clearly, all these defections are certainly not auguring well. But Brijesh, my question also is that there have been defections from all sides in the run-up to the Karnataka elections. We have Mahesh Chitnis also now joining us. Brijesh, let's take this across to him and ask him exactly what is going on with the JDS. Mahesh Chitnis, JDS wants to go it alone, and as Brijesh is telling us, that's the kind of statements that you need to make for the public. But the question is, do you think it's been a kingmaker since the year 2004 with that 50-odd, 55-odd seats it's able to win in the Karnataka State Assembly elections. What are the chances of JDS becoming a kingmaker again this time? My question is, forget being the king. Is it good enough to be the kingmaker again in these elections?
So with its ambition of Mission 123, there is definitely a doubt within the party that whether it will be able to manage it. Because looking at the vote percentage and the best possible, whatever the numbers they have got so far, it's come somewhere around 58. So it's JDS has never been able to form a government on its own. It was once in 2006 when Kumaraswamy became the chief minister with the help of BJP government. Then again in 2018 when with the help of the Congress government. So the maximum seat they have won till now is 58. So it's almost like unlikely that the JDS might be go further crossing 40 or 50. So the party has started its campaign way back in November, and the flagship campaign named the Pancharatna Yatra has been got a humongous appreciation and support by the party workers across Karnataka. But infighting within the party, desertions, internal rifts, and a burden of family party tag remains side turned to the party, and it has not been able to overcome that. Since its formation in 1999, JDS has only got opportunity to be in power twice, that too in a coalition. The maximum it had won way back in 2004, that was 58. In 2013, it got 40 seats. And in 2018, 37. And after several defections, it came down to 31. So the ambitious Mission 123 target looks very doubtful as of now.
Right. Very doubtful is the word coming from Aish. Let me take this across to Bhaskar Hegde, who also joins us, is the editor for TV9 Kannada. Bhaskar Hegde, 123 is the stated objective of the JDS. But my question to you really is that now that we're clear that the 123 seems extremely unlikely, it's been getting around 55 to 58 seats in every state assembly elections. What are the chances that it will retain those 50 odd seats that it's been getting with all these defections and internal rifts? What are the chances really of this the JDS in the upcoming state elections of Karnataka?
Krishna, it's very difficult to say, too early to say with the 45 days. But still, there are 3 or 4 major important factors that we have to factor in. To add to what Mahesh said, the first thing is, in the last, since 2018, the first major setback for JDS is Muslims have deserted the party. Why JDS has been very strong till 2018 was, it was because Muslim plus Vakaligas plus marginal communities of OBCs put together, they would cross 50. Now, since 2017 or 18, why the number has come down drastically is, number one, Muslims have realized that there is no point in, there is a kind of stated statements of many Muslim leaders across Karnataka, the community leaders, that since JDS has joined hands with BJP, no point in trusting JDS. So that's why they have shifted loyalty to Congress. Number one. Number two, nationally, as BJP becomes stronger, Muslims just happening elsewhere, even in Karnataka, they started realizing that it's better to be identifying with a national party than a regional party. I think that's why, number one, Muslims have deserted JDS, so the number have come down because the caste arithmetic and the communal arithmetic is not in favor of JDS, number one. Number two, why the numbers may come down below 30, whatever, because the HD Devagowda factor. HD Devagowda, the maverick of JDS, is aged and he could not campaign. And in the first of the Pancharatna Yatra, he did not step out of his house because of the health reason. So I think the loyalty and the trust factor between voters and the JDS might diminish during this election because Devagowda is not active. Number two. Number three, why the numbers may come down in particularly the Vakaliga heartland. This is the first time that the family is witnessing a kind of internal fissures that Revanna, whose wife has a very high ambition in politics, wants to contest elections from Hassan, one of the seats in Hassan. And I think Kumaraswamy is very, very against her contesting the election. I don't know the reason why Kumaraswamy is opposed to this, but the kind of impression he's giving, I mean, his body language, the statements and everything, it looks like if we connect the dotted lines, it looks like she may become a kind of rival to Kumaraswamy in the long run. I think that could be one of the reasons why he's opposing her candidature. So because one of the reasons why he's opposed to her candidature is she is very popular in Hassan and Mandya district. She controls many other district and taluk units. So if these internal contradictions go out of hand, I think JDS may have some more problem, and they may have to settle less than 30, I guess.
Right. Less than 30 is the word coming in from the editor of TV9 Kannada Digital, Bhaskar Hegde, who is just joining us. Bhaskar, stay with us. Let me take this back to our political editor, Brijesh Pandey. Brijesh, clearly the people from the ground saying that things are very difficult for the JDS at this stage. Bhaskar Hegde, in fact, putting the number at around 30 odd seats. And that's worrisome for the JDS.
Well, this is exactly what I was saying. That even if you look at the figures, last 3 elections and all, from 2006 onwards, there's a steady decline in the numbers. 54, then it came to 40 something, and then it came to 37, and now with the desertion, the number stands much depleted than that. And nothing is working majorly for them. Yesterday's Devagowda did an interview to a news agency where he says that that people are just spreading this rumors about national parties, that we are just a party related to old Mysore region, and there's nothing like that. We are going to win more seats than that. But that is not reflecting in the confidence. See, one of the, I'm not saying it's the only, but one of the critical way you realize which way the wind is blowing is the kind of desertion that takes place before the election. It's not the only method to gauge, but it's definitely an important way to gauge which way the wind is blowing. And nobody is leaving either BJP or Congress to join JDS. It's the JDS which there's a steady trickle which is joining the Congress and the BJP, and there are many in lines. And this is the reason why I said that the Congress looks to have an upper hand even compared to BJP, is also the fact that that TV9 our colleagues there broke the story of how DK Shivakumar almost had 3 sitting ministers snatched away them from BJP to Congress, and was a last minute intervention of Home Minister which saved the day and blushes for the party. So Congress seems to be in a pretty strong position, but JDS definitely doesn't look like the kind of that they will be able to command the kind of heft which they had before that. And 123 right now is just pure pipe dream, nothing more than that.
Pure pipe dream. Mahesh Chitnis, let me take this across to you now. Mahesh Chitnis, 123, let it be, but you have Bhaskar Hegde telling us that 30 odd seats is what they're looking at. And if they do get 30 odd seats, their power to be even the kingmaker goes away. Where the chances of them being relevant to the formation of the government in Karnataka is doubtful at this stage.
No doubt, it's a do or die battle for JDS just to survive, to have its own identity in the Karnataka state. See, there is one thing that is rattling within the BJP is the tussle between the first family in the JDS. One thing we need to understand here is we all know H.D. Revanna is the elder son of Devagowda, and Kumaraswamy is an younger one. So when Kumaraswamy formed a government with BJP, there was a minor scuffle within the family. So there was an unwritten understanding within the party that Kumaraswamy will be taking care of the entire state, but Revanna will be complete in charge of Hassan district. So now when Kumaraswamy started interfering in Hassan politics, that is why Revanna is upset with the Kumaraswamy. So when Bhavani proposed her name that she will be contesting from Hassan, Kumaraswamy was quick. When within hours he said that no family member will be contesting from Hassan, and it will be a common party worker who is SP Swaroop who is backing. So since then, that is the understanding they had, and Kumaraswamy is now interfering in the Hassan politics. That is where the ego battle has started between the two brothers. So not only the two brothers, including the Hassan MP Prajwal Revanna and MLC Swaroop, are also talking openly something bad about Kumaraswamy. Swaroop went on to add, even told that Kumaraswamy's statements are not relevant in Hassan. So you can understand the differences within the family. So when it comes to a Hassan ticket, the party was supposed to release it, the second list of candidates today afternoon, but they have postponed it to the by evening. And Kumaraswamy has just now made a statement that Hassan ticket will be kept pending as Devagowda is in Delhi, and once he is back, the Hassan ticket will be released in the third list of candidates. Another thing is, since 2004, with the influence of Devagowda, the JDS had made some inroads in North Karnataka region, but through with the time that has also completely eroded. The last one being is from the Sindhi bypoll, which the party lost in 2021 by elections to a BJP candidate. So it's now just projected in itself as a South Karnataka party, not only the entire regional party. So it is struggling to even get a vote there.
Right.
One reason being is, of course, it called itself as a Vakaliya dominant party. The old comers definitely might be backing Devagowda and family, but with increased education, powerful positions, bureaucracy, well-paying jobs in the private sector, the younger lots are already divided. That was witnessed one in Sumalata's candidate Lok Sabha elections in Mandya in 2019, and of course the defeat of Devagowda himself from Tumkuru.
Right, and as you speak, Mahesh, we're talking about the seats where JDS has influence. As you can see, Sindagi, Hassan, Krishnarajapete, Mysuru, Mahalakshmi layout, Ramanagara, Mandya. These are the areas which the JDS has a huge influence. It's in the old Mysuru region. To be specific, let me take this across to Bhaskar Hegde, editor of TV9 Kannada Digital, for more on this. Bhaskar Hegde, the question that I wanted to come to you with is, this is the old Mysuru region. This is the influence of the JDS, which was developed by the great Devagowda. And you're talking about Devagowda's impact. How much of the presence of the fact that he's still there in the party, he's still contesting these elections, fighting these elections, how much of an impact do you think it's having on the JDS on the ground?
Krishna, we have to go back to 94, 96 when he became prime minister, and since then, one of the major success story and the key component in the success story is the rainbow of various OBC and SC communities who stood steadfast with JDS and particularly Devagowda. Number one. So as days progressed and as we moved, so slowly one after the other communities deserted JDS, and some of them have joined BJP. In 2004, for the first time, under Yadurappa and the late Anant Kumar, BJP got 79 seats, thanks to old Janata Parivar parties, particularly SC and ST and a small section of OBC. So this is how you can see the loss of JDS in the first half of millennium gone to BJP, and later, I think in South Karnataka, it slightly shifted towards Congress, but still, because of Devagowda and the loyalty, the emotional bondage, people are still voting for JDS. And I doubt this may turn into a kind of vote this time, because there is a major factor that Devagowda is missing. Number one, the other important thing that they have to thank probably Congress right now as on today, because Saturday, this former Chief Minister Siddaramaya's son, Yatindra, made a very interesting comment and statement, very assertive statement. He said, I quote, what is wrong if my dad becomes CM again? He should become Chief Minister of Karnataka. Unquote. See, what it means, basically, Siddaramaya has thrown his hat into the ring. So, in other words, when Kurubas are trying to assert to become their, the poster boy that is Siddaramaya to become CM, Vakaligas who are with Congress, they may shift their loyalty to JDS. This is what the same thing happened in 2018 assembly election. In the entire South Karnataka, Vakaligas did not support Congress, and that's why they drastically came down in spite of the vote share in the election has gone up by 1.8% from 36%. Being a ruling party, if you increase the poll percentage, the voting percentage from 36% to 38.9% is a great achievement, but still the number has come down to 79 from 123 Congress. So because Vakaligas deserted and ditched Congress. So this Yatindra statement on Saturday, I think it may send a kind of signal to Vakaligas to alert. The way similarly it happened in 2008. If it happens again, Congress may have some kind of problem, and this problem will benefit JDS. This is the only ray of hope, for JDS to increase its stand.
Fair enough. Let me take this across to Mahesh Chitnis and bring this back to Brijesh Pandey, who's in the studio. Mahesh Chitnis, you're talking about Bhaskar Hegde. They're telling us that there's a chance that the Vakaligas might desert the Congress party this time around. That's the only way the JDS can hold its sway the way it did. I'm going to ask you the same thing. Do you concur with that? And the second thing is, what is your view on the heft or the importance of Devagowda being in the party?
Of course, Devagowda is the tallest leader of the Vakaligas. I think Kumaraswamy himself has, on many occasions, has said that until Devagowda is alive, the Vakaligas will not back off from the JDS. So that statement explains all. So I think they are completely backing on the Devagowda and his popularity among the Vakaligas, and there is no second thoughts about that. And Kumaraswamy has tried and made an image of Farmers Party, and he had in 2018 he had waived off farmers loan and managed to gain some kind of image of being a pro farmer party. That might also, he's banking heavily on to get dividends on it. But overall, when it comes to the Vakaliga and all, again, it might be a split, as there will be a lot of younger Vakaligas who will be deciding factor in the upcoming elections, especially when it comes to JDS.
Right, so you are talking about the young of the party. Let me take this back to Brijesh Pandey. Brijesh, clearly the JDS, has to ride on the popularity of Devagowda, as long as he's alive. That's the point that Mahesh Chitnis is making. But his presence might not be enough for the JDS to make it, to that stage, that status of being a kingmaker. At least, if not the king.
Yeah, I think, and that's the most worrying point, which is staring at the face of JDS leaders. Yeah. That the presence of Devagowda and the declining heft, which is clearly visible in the numbers, or the decline which is there, is not happening at all. And if your positioning is such that you are dependent on X to happen, so that Y will happen to your party, or will bring an extra number of seats to your party, I doubt if that would be a smart strategy to go by. The decline in JDS is very, very clear there, and for them to play a role of kingmaker, they need to have at least 45-50 seats. And right now, the way things are panning out, it doesn't look like that they are aiming for that. And a situation can change in politics. 24 hours is a long time.
We're still 40 to 45 days to go for that.
Days, but based on as we speak, based on till now, the chances of JDS wading into congresses to wade in the remaining part of Vokalinga support to enhance their stature, it's
seemingly unlikely.
It's seemingly
very unlikely. I'm going to take this back to Mahesh Chitnis and then bring this back to Bhaskar quickly. Mahesh Chitnis, your last, your final comments on the matter. JDS wants 123, but it's in a really tricky position. Can the Vakaliga community come together in unison and bail them out of the situation? Do you see that happening?
Already 7 to 8 sitting MLAs have resigned from the JDS. It's a major setback for them. So they are now banking on the second run of leaders. So you can understand that where the party stands right now. So their front leaders are not with them, and there is already much of infighting, and the tussle within the family in Hassan district will definitely have an impact on other seats as well. And if the party decides to go with the Bhavani Revanna, there will be another more setback, and the ruling party BJP and the Congress will be targeting JDS with the same tag of family politics, and which will have a consequence in the upcoming elections across Karnataka.
All right, Mahesh Chitnis there, joining us live from Bengaluru, and also Bhaskar Hegde, editor of TV9 Kannada Digital, joining us live from Bengaluru. Thank you, gentlemen, for being with us on this particular discussion. I'm afraid we've completely run out of time here. Thank you, Brijesh Pandey, our political editor, putting this into perspective on the matter. Can JDS be the kingmaker? And with that, it's a wrap here from my side. This is Krishna Kumar signing off. Keep it with News 9.